This is a fresh face. Okay, first gotta address the issue. My camera is being really annoying because it's constantly trying to focus, and I don't know what's going on because I've been playing with the settings. But this is a better quality than my other camera. So if you hear that focusing sound or whatever, that's my camera, so just ignore it. And then if you hear another sound, that's probably my AC because it's really cold. I mean, it's really hot. It's really hot, and I know I shouldn't be wearing a sweater, but this is more of a spontaneous video. So I haven't been posting because no motivation. If I'm gonna be honest, there's just been no motivation. So currently I was just watching Being Mary Jane. I was watching an episode of it. It's really good, and one of the statements, one of the lines from the TV show said, "It's okay to be ambitious." So I want to touch on that really quickly. So I'm talking about this in an Asian American perspective. So basically from a cultural point of view. Currently this week, my schedule was to study for the GRE. My test is in 5 days, 6 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. 5 days, and after that, I fly back to school, and I'm gonna have to start applications really soon. I should already be starting them now, but like I said, no motivation. We just came back from a 3-week road trip, and being on the road, I didn't have, it's really hard to get things done when you're just in the car the whole day, even though you will it. And anyways, to each their own. But, so this quote, it's okay to be ambitious. All my life, as an Indonesian American, I've always just heard the Indonesian point of view. So the Indonesian point of view was just go to school, get good grades, go to a good college, excel there, get a good job, marry and have a family, work, raise your kids, and that's it. That's kind of just like the tradition, the routine. And I can't pinpoint exactly where in my life or what point in my life that I just kind of wanted to stray away from that tradition, and I wanted to go after what I wanted. I wanted to be passionate about something. I wanted to give everything my all. I wanted to not go the traditional way, basically. The non-tradition according to my culture is arts, communications, marketing, basically like anything that's not, stable. Lawyer, doctor, nurse, engineer, architect, whatever, you name it. But anything related to like business, the arts, like that's really, to say to your parents that you're going to pursue that, it's a really scary thing. So what I want to get at in this video is to just tell those that are in the same situation that I am that being ambitious is really okay. The statement I'm going to say next is a really incorrect statement, for a lack of a better word. But people used to tell me all the time, it's your life. And it is my life. At the end of the day, I am going to be responsible for what I'm going to do. 10 years down the road, if I don't go a certain career, if I don't have a certain degree or whatever, or if I don't pursue this certain job, that's going to affect me 100%. But from the Asian American point of view, culturally, Indonesians, nothing's about you, to be honest. So I can see why parents would be really scared, would be really frustrated, would be really upset when you don't go the traditional route. FYI, this video is going to be all over the place, so just bear with me. But I'm really just wanting to speak my mind, and I felt inspired to do this. Freshman year, I was really excited to go pre-med. becoming a doctor was all I ever knew, all I ever heard of. I knew of other careers, I knew of other jobs, but being a doctor was kind of like instilled in me. Like that was my passion, that's what I wanted to do. And then sophomore year, you know, you go through organic chemistry, physics, biochemistry, and you're kind of just like really discouraged and you question everything. And I know every pre-med goes through this. But once you question everything and then you dip your toes into certain things that aren't really in the science spectrum, in the logical spectrum, and you find that you're passionate about those things and you want to pursue that, you start to realize that your dream wasn't really your dream. That's what happened to me. I wanted to become a doctor because my cousins were doctors. I wanted to become a doctor because my parents told me to be a doctor. I wanted to become a doctor because my parents dropped everything in Indonesia and started from zero. We started from zero in America, not knowing whether we could stay here, whether we would have a green card or citizenship. And by the way, we are citizens. I just wanted to clear that up. If you have questions about it, ask away, but we are citizens. We have been very blessed to become citizens. My parents did all that just so my sister and I could have a better education, could have a better future, could worship the way we want to worship, could do and say things that we could do that we wouldn't be able to do in Indonesia, and get the opportunities that we wouldn't be able to have in Indonesia. And you know, becoming a doctor in America is like the big thing in Asian countries. Because when you're a doctor, when you get your degree in the US, you can practice and you can do all that and be accredited, and you're put in the highest standing ever when you go to Asian countries. But then I realized that that's not what I want. I shadowed, I did research, I asked so many questions, I hung around people who were passionate about medicine, and I still wasn't passionate about medicine. I thought I was. And for a second I was. I mean, who doesn't love the idea and the thought of having an MD or DO behind your name? Who doesn't love the idea of being called doctor, wearing a white coat? But then I realized that wasn't my dream, but I still am ambitious, I'm still passionate, and I found what I was really passionate about, what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to go after. The past few years, I've heard statements and sentences and terms being said and being thrown at me saying that I shouldn't be ambitious. I should just work hard in school, get the good grades, go to grad school, and get my degree so I can work a good job and then live my life. That's the thing, when you finally have become ambitious and determined and passionate, it's really hard to put that back down. So then I was at a state where I felt like I couldn't be ambitious. I felt like I didn't have the skills, the assets, the connections to go after what I wanted. I felt like I wasn't equipped. I felt like I was little compared to anything else, compared to anyone else. And I let those things, those thoughts of the traditional way consume me and make me feel like I was a failure in everything else in life. Not just what I was really passionate about, but everything else that I'm working towards. So I lost my motivation to study for the GRE. I lost my motivation to apply to things. And that's just part of life, honestly. It comes and goes. Honestly, I just want to reach out to those in my situation where they have parents or family that are really pressuring them in a loving way. Trust me, they love you and they just want you to succeed, but they don't know of any other way. That's the only way that they know of. So when they pressure you and when they force you to do certain things, let them. But make sure that if you believe in something, you are sure that if you work hard enough, you can do it, go for it. This is kind of my advice to my own self, because as a senior now, I'm torn. I was driving from the gym this morning and I just wanted to call up my advisors at school and ask them, is it okay to be questioning about life? Is it okay to not know where you want to go, to not apply because you're scared? There's so many questions just about future, career, ambition, passions. I can see myself being a doctor. I can see myself being a PA. I can see myself having an office and just having a sit-down job. I can see myself working for marketing and blogging and whatever. I can see myself doing all of that, but I don't know what exactly would make me happy. I don't know what exactly would satisfy. That if 10 years down the road, would I regret not going after a certain thing? Would I regret not continuing to med school or dental school? Those of you who know me, if you're watching this video, you know that I went through a bunch of phases and ups and downs and roller coasters of emotions of wondering, where do I want to go? What do I want to be in life? So then that leads me to another thing. It's okay. It's okay. I'll tell my full story some other time, but this video was solely just for me to say, it's okay to be ambitious. Please be ambitious. We need ambitious people in this world. And go after your dreams, even if your parents aren't supportive of it. Because later on, when you are successful, they will be supportive of it. Do I have proof of myself? Nope. This is advice for me and you. And I know it's really cliche. People talk about it all the time. People say these things to you all the time. And I get it, because sometimes when people tell me, Chelsya, it's your life, 10 years down the road, you're the one that's going to be working, you're the one that's going to be living your daily life. So you do what makes you happy. But that's just it. Going back to what I was saying earlier, what you do in this culture, in this society, in this world, affects people around you, affects your family, affects your friends. So I just wanted to tell you, I get you. If you're in the same situation, you're not alone. Just keep your head up. You will have moments where you're going to be super anxious, where you're going to be super depressed. I went through all that. Heck, I'm going through it right now. And you just have to know that it doesn't last. You have seasons where you're happy. You have seasons where you're not okay. But at the end of the day, just keep pushing, just keep going for it, just keep grinding. That's one proof that I have. I'm sorry that this video is all over the place, and I wanted to just make known that if you're in this same situation, I know I've said it a lot in this video, but if you're in the same situation and you feel stuck, you feel hopeless, you feel like you have no control of what you're doing, you're confused because you don't want to take the wrong step, you don't want to make the wrong decision, it's okay. You're not alone. I'm right there with you. So that's it for this video. Comment, like, subscribe. I promise I'm more organized than this. I just felt like this was something that I really needed to say and really needed to talk about. And if you liked more videos like this, just give it a thumbs up. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!